It's a pleasure to be speaking to you today, Mailyn. Thank you so much for finding the time to do this interview. For everybody watching, I think the best way to start is to just have you explain a little bit about who you are, what's your current role at OSM Maritime, and yeah, just give us a few details.
Hi, good day. Thank you for having me. I'm Mailyn Borillo. I'm currently the head of OSM Philippines, where we have four local companies, the crewing agency, the shared service, the clinic, and the foundation. I've been in this company for 6 years now.
Oh wow! And that's a lot. Yeah, that's a long time. How has that journey been? How what have you been involved with, and how has it evolved during the period that you've been with OSM Maritime?
Yeah, it's beautifully crazy. Like I started in OSM 6 years ago with like 2,500 Filipino crew on board OSM vessels, and now after 6 years, we almost have 4,000 on board.
Oh,
That exclude on vacation. When I started, it's like 200 plus employees. Now we're almost 300. And just last year, OSM acquired two local crewing agency in Philippines. So it's we're getting bigger as a family, and that means a better opportunity for a lot of people.
yeah. Wow, that's a pretty substantial growth. It must have been an exciting journey to be a part of. And I love that you're still saying, we're just growing as a bigger family. That's
Yeah, precisely. And actually last year was a very difficult year, as we all know. But it shifted our focus instead of worrying about pandemic and if people will lose job. We actually got excited of new opportunities for OSM. So shifted our focus to being more grateful.
that's great to hear. If you look back at this time period, are there a few events, memories, experiences during that period that you'd like to share that you think is like, what have been the highs and the lows, and bring us along for that journey?
Yeah, there's a lot of memories. There's a lot of memories in OSM in particular. Well, the most memorable is when I started here in OSM. Two things when I started, when one of the owners, Bjorn Ture Lassen, told me that our purpose is to create meaningful jobs. So, okay, that's it hit me right there, and it gave me great energy. Well, one thing as well, the beautiful story is, well, after I think a month here in OSM Philippines, and he said that, Maylene, I'm giving you empowerment, full empowerment to grow this company, to make it even a better company for our employees and seafarers. But there's only one thing that I don't want you to change in this building. And I said, what is it? He said, it's the second floor. Please do not touch it unless you will improve it. But please do not reduce the size of the floors, etc., etc. And you know what's in the second floor? That's the VIP room of our seafarers. Bjorn Torre wants to ensure that our seafarers will be taken care of. And that second floor is a reminder for all other floors that our seafarers should be treated VIP. And thereon I said, I'm in the right company.
That's a great story. I think it reflects on the culture so well. It's all about people, and yeah, thank you for sharing that. Um, what do you think in terms of, as you've been there now for 6 years, and how has the workplace and the industry as a whole changed over those years? I mean, obviously last year was a lot of drastic changes, but throughout that whole period, how have you seen, OSM and the maritime sector evolving during that time from your perspective?
I think during my early years in maritime, not only in OSM, do things. We're very focused operationally. We're very focused on crew changes, logistics, and etc. As years goes by, especially for the last 3 4 years, you can hear more about innovation, doing things differently, developing the seafarers. So it shifted from being operational to being innovative, to being having a higher quality of seafarers. It's not only about costs. That's how I see the industry. That on the aspect of crewing operation. But for also how it developed more than 10 years ago when it started in maritime, very few female are leading the maritime companies, because it's always expectation that captain will lead a maritime company, especially here locally in Philippines. And most captains in Philippines are male. So it's very strange for them to know that I'm heading a maritime company, and the next question, are you a seafarer? And said, no. So it developed now. Now there are more female heads in maritime companies, not only locally but as well globally, and there are more female captains now. Yeah.
That's really great to hear. I mean, we're moving up on International Women's Day, and to hear that that's been the development, creating a more balanced industry and getting that female perspective into the leadership positions, I'm sure has contributed to a lot of positive change. But how would you describe, the influence and impact that women have within OSM and within the maritime sector?
Well, it's basically, it's not only about gender. It's about diversity, whether it's gender or race or industry. I think having a diverse culture in an organization, especially in leadership team, is very important. For example, women offers very different views. In the management team, we are wired differently generally. So having a different view is very beneficial for a company. And that's what we offer as a woman as well. There's a lot of beauty in diversity, and we've already seen that, and it's already been proven in researches and etc. That having diverse team, having women in the management team or in the company, are giving more value to the company because of the diversity, different views.
A much broader range of perspectives, solutions, inputs, and everything. It's it's not. It sounds like the right thing to do.
Yes.
So you've seen this change. You've been part of this change. You've seen that more female are choosing to come into the maritime industry, and I also assume that you'd like to see more of that. More, not only women, but like you say, diversity, right? What would your message be to someone who is about to launch their career, who's looking at different industries and that are interested in joining the maritime industry? What would your words be to them?
Yeah, for the females in particular, hop in and enjoy the ride. Do not consider being a woman a limitation. Everyone is limitless. You can achieve whatever you set your heart and mind to. Find mentors who believe in you. I am very fortunate to have so many mentors, great mentors in my career, and find purpose in what you're doing. I think being ambitious and embracing your opportunity to lead is very important, because by leading, you will have bigger opportunity to influence the company or the community or the employees in greater good. So I think enjoy it. Come in and enjoy the ride.
That's a
Because
great words of
Sen,
encouragement.
what is good in maritime is
Yeah.
what is good in maritime is we create jobs. As what I said, the
Mm,
owner said to me that we give employment, and that's wonderful,
mm,
right?
yeah. And one thing that also, and correct me if I'm wrong, but one thing that I feel like I'm hearing a lot is that there's room for growth and development. So if you have that initiative and you want to go somewhere and you're willing to put in the work, you know, OSM is the place to be to achieve that.
Correct.
And that will be rewarded, right? So, yeah. Okay, so let's, this is a difficult one, but let's try to look into the future, Mailyn. What's your hopes for the year to come and the years to come? What do you see happening within OSM, and how would you like it to develop?
Well, what I hope, and I hope it every day, that OSM continue to grow. That our
Mm,
customers, current customers, future customers, continue to be successful and grow. You know why? Because as our customer grows, as our customers grow, OSM grows too. And when
mm,
OSM grows, we have more opportunity to provide good employment for our employees and our seafarers. Meaning
mm,
more families will be taken care of. Will have
mm,
decent food and decent life. In Philippines, it's very important for me. I'm living in a third world country. For
mm,
every opportunity of employment you give to one person, there's five more people who will benefit for that one.
yeah.
So to be part of a successful and growing company, a company who provides a good and decent employment, a company that gives back to the society is of great importance for me. Uh,
Mm,
that last year, despite the pandemic, as I said, it was a very difficult year for Filipinos and globally as well. People losing
mm,
jobs, getting sick, and etc., having anxiety of what the future will bring. But in OSM, we acquired two companies locally. So it gave confidence to the people, to our
mm,
employees that, yeah, we have a good company. Just continue to work
mm,
hard and we will continue to have a good employment. So
mm,
that is very important for me.
mm,
And I know, and that is every day what I pray for and what I work for
mm,
OSM moving forward.
mm. I think it's a great and hopeful way to wrap up this little chat, Mailyn. And once again, I'd like to thank you for taking time out of your day to share your thoughts with us. It was a pleasure talking to you, and
Thank you.
yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.